Om Shanti, English Avyakt versions, 27 July 1970. Headline: Imbibing the main powers in order to become avyakt. Imbibing the main powers in order to become avyakt. In which form is Babdada seeing you today? What is Babdada seeing on the face of each of you? Can you tell? Baba is seeing to what extent each of you has become an avyakt image, subtle, an image that attracts, an alokik image, non-worldly, and an image of cheerfulness. All these four qualities can be seen on your face. The face of each of you indicates who has become these and to what extent. Just as you see your physical face in a mirror, in the same way, can you see these qualities in this mirror? What vision of yourself do you see in the mirror? When you look at it, out of the four qualifications, which is the main qualification that you see in yourself? Each of you should have the practice of looking at yourself. The final stage has to be such that the face of each of you reveals all these qualities. At present, some qualities are incognito and others are visible. Some virtues are special and others are less than that. However, in the perfect stage, all these virtues will be seen to an equal extent in a visible form, through which all of you will be revealed number wise. To the extent that someone develops virtues in a visible form, to that extent revelation also continues to take place. But what a special task has Baba come today for the Pandav army? Today it is the start of a bhatti for the Pandavas. Do you know what newness you have to bring about in yourself? You have come to a special bhatti, and so what will you especially imbibe? Each of them gave his own aim. Teachers, tell Baba what you wish to have carried out through this Pandav army. If they hear it in advance, they will try to imbibe all of those points in themselves. And then you will not have to make any effort afterwards. What do you wish from them? All of them can transform themselves in 1 second. Nothing can be difficult, and those who have become instruments receive very good help. The Pandav army of the previous cycle is very well known anyway. The memorial of the task of the Pandavas is also well known. Whatever happened a cycle ago simply has to be repeated once again. Today Baba is telling you what you have to imbibe within yourself in order for you to become avyakt and to achieve the aim that all of you just spoke about. What do all of you Pandav call yourselves? You call yourselves the children of Almighty God, the Father, do you not? So what are the main powers you have to imbibe within yourself in order to become avyakt? Only then will you be able to achieve the aim that you have kept for yourself. Baba is telling you which main powers you have to imbibe within yourself before you go from this bhatti. There are many powers, but the main powers needed are the power to tolerate, the power to discriminate, the power to condense expansion, and the power to create expansion. Sometimes you have to reduce expansion, and sometimes you have to create expansion. You also need the power to pack up, the power to accommodate, the power to face, and the power to make decisions. Together with these powers, you also need the power to make others loving and cooperative. Loving and cooperative. That is, you also need the power to unite everyone. So you have to imbibe all of these powers. Only then will you be able to achieve all the qualifications. It is not even a question of whether is it possible. It has to happen. We definitely have to achieve this before we go. These are the words of those who have faith in the intellect, and for this there is one special aspect. You have to imbibe spirituality, and together with that there should also be godly intoxication. You have to imbibe both these things and let go of one thing. What is that? Someone said we have to renounce being bossy. Someone else said we have to renounce feeling inferior. That is good sometimes because you do not have faith in yourself. You are unable to be successful in some task. That is why Baba says you have to renounce feeling inferior. You also have to renounce being bossy. Secondly, you keep changing your form all the time. Sometimes you are one form and sometimes another form. Before you go, you have to renounce changing forms and imbibe from this bhatti constantly avyakt and alokik form. Acha. All of you have a tilak, do you not? Now Baba just has to give you a gift for this bhatti. What gift will he give? You already have a tilak. Are you also those wearing a crown, or do you still have to be given a crown? If you are wearing a small crown now, then in the future too there would be something missing. You have come to this bhatti to become world emperors. The biggest of all crowns is that of the world emperor. You also have to learn the lesson of what responsibilities he has. This is a very good gathering. Your teacher, Dadi Chandramani, is also very happy because she sees that all her students will become world emperors. Do you know what the name of this group is? Each of you has a special virtue, and therefore, this is a group of special souls. Do you consider yourself to be a special souls? Look, this keychain, a Trimurti keychain, is being given to you as a gift. On seeing the aim, you have to imbibe the qualifications of that aim. You have to harmonize with the sanskars of the one another. Together with that, you are given the key as a symbol. That is, you have to go back with the key of all the powers that were just mentioned. However, these two things will only be with you all the time when you have the accurate knowledge of the Creator and creation in your awareness. This gift is a souvenir to remind you of that. Do you consider yourself to be an image of success? Success means that you have to imbibe all the virtues. When you have success in everything, you will be called the image of perfection. By carrying out all tasks in the awareness of being the stars of success, you will attain the right to success. By being the stars of success, you develop the power to face. By keeping success in front of you, circumstances change and you will attain success in a practical way. What are the qualifications of the stars who are close? They have to become like those they are close to. Abdada's virtues and tasks will be practically visible in the stars who are close. The closer they are, the more equality will be seen in them. Their faces will be the mirrors that give visions of Bapdada. They do not have to make so much effort to give Bapdada's introduction because they themselves are images that give the introduction. As soon as others see them, they receive the introduction to Bapdada. You will see such practical proof in service. Though they may see you, they will be attracted to Bapdada. This is called son shows father. Love brings you closer. Do you know your image of love? Love can never remain incognito. The mark of the one who loves is visible in your every step. You have to become an image that attracts to the same extent that you are an image of cheerfulness. In order to remain an image that constantly attracts, you have to adopt the subtle form when coming into the corporeal to perform any task. By imbibing the qualifications of introversion and being in solitude, you will easily be able to achieve success in whatever aim you have kept for yourself. You can attain success with the right instruments. Which special virtue must you keep in front of you so that you constantly attain complete success and service? By having which virtue did Sakar Baba achieve success in the practical form? Generous hearted. The more generous Udar you are, the more you can become an instrument to uplift Uddhar others. To uplift others. By being generous, you can become worthy of receiving cooperation from everyone. You should consider yourselves to be the souls who are the instruments who uplift all souls. This is why you must be generous in every aspect. You have to become generous in your thoughts, words, and deeds. You also have to become these in connection with others. You are becoming these, and you have to continue to become this. The more generous hearted you become, the more you become an image that attracts. So you have to make progress in this effort and make that visible. While living in Madhuban, you have to adopt sweetness and an attitude of unlimited disinterest. This is the main qualification of Madhuban. This is why It is called Madhuban. If you have the same whilst living outside, it means that you are a Madhuban resident. The more responsibilities you take here, the more respect you will receive from the subjects there. In order to receive cooperation, you have to have love for everyone, to have love for all, and to be cooperative with all. The more you go around everywhere, the more you can come into relationship with everyone. This group should especially become the ones that tour around everywhere, because it is by coming into relationship with everyone that you will be able to give cooperation to everyone and also be able to receive cooperation from everyone while seeing and hearing about the speciality of each soul. And by coming into contact with them, you're able to imbibe those specialities in yourself. So you have to become those who are cooperative with everyone in a practical way. For this, the Pandav army has to become those who tour around everywhere. In order for the fire of yoga to remain constantly ignited, you have to be very cautious about your thoughts, words, deeds, and relationships. Then this fire will remain alight all the time. If you repeatedly ignite it and then put it out, time will be wasted and your status will also be reduced. You must have as much power as you have love. Can you become subtle in 1 second and corporeal in 1 second? This service is also essential, just as you have many physical instruments for service. In the same way, this practice is also an instrument for the benefit of many souls. You can attract any soul through this service. There is no expense in this. Create plans where you can achieve greater glorification through less expense. Create plans where you can achieve greater glorification through less expense. Each of you has one special power or another, but if each of you has all the virtues, what will you become? A master almighty authority. You have to become elevated in all virtues. The special deities have all the virtues to an equal extent, so you now have to make this effort. Acha, Om Shanti.